Guys, welcome to another video. We are still playing Phrecia League. It is getting harder and harder to keep playing, but we're still here. We're still grinding, and show you real quick what we're running. So we are running Jungron's build. As you can see, starting to get pretty powerful here. We've got obviously there's always upgrades to every build, and there's a bunch more stuff I can do. But I mean I've really gotten pretty good. Obviously the biggest problem with Phrecia League is the initial ramp, right? I've got 30 div sitting around. But the biggest problem with this league is ramping with loot, to be honest with you. I could probably spend all 30 divine upgrading my strongbox setup and, getting a ton more currency. Maybe that's what I do is I invest 10, 20 divine into my currency farming and then see how fast I can make it back. Maybe that's something I do today. I don't know, but it is becoming harder and harder to continue to play this league. The biggest problem is the ramping, right? So I'm gonna run I'm just running maps right now, guys, just to try to get the third boss of the originator stuff. So I'm just going to do that in the background, just so you guys can watch. But I can farm anything on this build. Obviously, it is ridiculously strong. My resting damage here. I'll go back out for a second. I've got the non-vol attack, Tallgraft. I've had it over 5 million DPS, but with the Tallgraft and with getting my defenses kind of where I want them, that's basically where I'm running right now. So my damage is disgusting. But that being said, this build is really good. The biggest problem with Phrecia League is the amount of time it takes you to get idols. It really feels bad. The idol system is so hard to get up and running to actually build currency that it literally made me almost go back to playing TLI because it was such dog shit. And then I switched builds over to Jung's build. I was playing Palsteron's Kinetic Fusillade for a little bit, and then when I went to switch to Aristocrat, I just switched over builds into Jungron's build, and it's actually been really, really strong. I've gone through a few iterations of it. There's obviously a ton more work I can do. But the weird things with this league, guys, are your maps. It's actually cheaper to run tier 17s than it is to run tier 16 and a halfs, which I find crazy because if you can kill the boss in T17, T17s absolutely pump ROI in comparison to 16 and a halfs because of the boss fragments from the final bosses, right? Gear aside is irrelevant. It's crazy the amount of difference, but it's if I want to run glacier maps, it's 20 to 30 chaos a map. If they're originator, if I want to do closer to 30 actually, and same thing with Jungle Valley. If I want to run Jungle Valleys, it's 25 to 35 chaos depending on when you're looking at the market just to get a 16.5 map. Whereas you can get fortress maps for 26, 25, 22. You can get Citadel maps if you don't want to clear the last boss. You can do Citadel maps for 7, 8. So it's kind of crazy, but that's the gist of it and I don't know why that is. It doesn't make sense to me unless people just don't have the builds to kill 17s. There's what I needed. Perfect. But that's, the experience of the build. The build's really good. The build can do all content. It's super fast. I can literally do anything in the game. The biggest problem is obviously just ramping, right? And I think with leagues in general, especially for casual players, it's super disheartening, and I really hope that they adjust it moving forward because it's really not good. If there's a third Phrecia League, it'd be really tough for me to play it. Just to show you guys, I have this gem right now, which basically gives me double damage, percent strength. The life per second's irrelevant, and the crit's kind of irrelevant. Like, there's definitely better gems, but this one was like 6 divine or something like that. So I was like, whatever. And they didn't have any of the ones I really wanted. Obviously, I still need to level. My goal is to level a few more points. I do have this gem, which is really good. I put it over here because I do take these right now for my resistances because I don't have mage blood. So I don't like to dip below cap. Obviously, when my flasks are going, like, I'm way over cap, but the problem is there's like gaps sometimes, especially with boss fights, where I could be like 10, 12, 15% under. So I don't like to do that. So right now I have that gem here, so I'm actually benefiting for the power charges, which just helps with crit, which, kind of is what it is. My next point, I obviously want to put into Fuel the Fight because it's just pure attack speed plus damage while leeching, and you're always leeching on this build. So it's 8% attack speed and 20% more damage just in one fucking point, right? So super big point. So once I get like 2 more levels, that's honestly why I'm doing this. I'm trying to get closer to a level. But once I get a couple more levels, I will work on that and kind of re-going into his like kind of his ultra end game setup, so to speak. And that's basically where I'll probably end the league. It sounds like there's a new league coming out pretty soon. It looks like it might be Delve 2.0, which I never actually did Delve League. Um, it's another mechanic where, similar to like Temple in PoE2, like I'd never messed with Temple in PoE1, and I actually really liked Temple in PoE2. I thought it was fantastic. Um, Once you learned how to do it, of course, which was a huge learning curve. But with Delve, I've never actually done Delve ever. So I would actually be excited to do like a first experience with Delve if it's been reworked. So I think that could be a cool league. I know there's a lot of guys who are, PoE old school guys who are kind of pissed if that's the case, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, guys, that's basically what I'm playing right now. So if you guys are playing this build or you see anything on my build that you're like, oh man, you should do X, Y, or Z, right? Like, let me know. But basically, this is I bought this belt because it's ridiculously strong. This belt is so fucking strong. Um, there's obviously like some corruptions and some stuff I could do to like get better gear. I didn't corrupt this. I bought it this way. But I mean, my gear seems pretty good, right? Like I poured some currency into this build. So, yeah, it's not a noob friendly build. But anyway, guys, let me know what you're playing and let me know what your thoughts are on the league. And as always, see you soon for the new leagues and the new games. We're excited.